Very good evening to one and all present here. It is truly a matter of immense pride and joy for me to welcome you all to this very insightful 96th online interactive session, which also marks the 25th Alumni Leadership Development Program at DSPSR. I extend my heartfelt greetings to our esteemed honorable guest speaker for the day, Ms. Anushka ma'am, Honorable Chairman Professor BP Singh sir in absentia, Honorable Senior Professor Dr. Ajay Kumar Singh Sir, Honorable Director of the College Professor Dr. Mahesh Sharma Sir, respected Registrar Dr. R.S. Singh Sir, respected faculty member, and my dear fellow students. I, Akshata, a proud student of BBA batch 2024 at DSPSR, feel deeply honored to stand before you today. DSPSR has always been committed to academic excellence, industry integration, and holistic student development. And today's session is yet another meaningful step in this direction. To commence this session on an auspicious note, let us now take a part in the symbolic ritual of lamplighting. This act represents the removal of darkness and the ushering in the wisdom of enlightenment. May this stream of knowledge guide us towards clarity, confidence, and success in the days ahead. Now, I kindly request Arun sir to play the lamp lightning video.
वक्रतुण्ड महाकाय सूर्यकोटिसमप्रभ निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा शुभं भवतु कल्याणम् आरोग्यं सुखसम्पदा शत्रुबुद्धिविनाशाय दीपज्योतिर्नमोऽस्तु ते।
It is my great honor to welcome our distinguished speaker for today, Ms. Anushka. She is a proud alumni of DSPSR Batch 2021. She is currently serving as an associate manager at Zomato, one of the India's leading platform revolutionizing the food and hospitality industry. Her journey from DSPSR classrooms to a responsible corporate role is truly inspiring. At Zomato, she has demonstrated her skills in leadership, team collaboration, problem solving, and adaptability in a fast paced and competitive environment. Ma'am, your achievements are a source of motivation for all of us as they reflect the values of dedication, hard work, and excellence that DSPSR stands for. On the behalf of DSPSR, I warmly welcome you, Ms. Anushka, and we look forward to your valuable insight and guidance in today's session.
Thank you
We
so much,
equally,
Akshata.
sorry,
Thank you so much.
we are equally privileged to have our moderator today, Ms. Siddhi Khanna, a dedicated BBA student, batch 2024 at DSPSR. She is an enthusiastic learner with strong leadership quality, motivated by passion for education, and dedication to excellence. She has successfully navigated interactive platform. On the behalf of DSPSR, I warmly welcome you, Siddhi, and are delighted to have you as a moderator today.
Thank you. Thank you so much. It means so well that, I'm being back to the place where I have left. So, yeah, thank you so much.
Welcome, ma'am.
Thank you so much for the warm welcome, Akshita. It is our privilege to welcome you, Anushka ma'am, to the 96th online interactive session. We are truly honored to have you with us today. I am certain that your insights will make this session not only highly engaging for the students, but also enriching for everyone present here. To make this session more interactive and beneficial for our students, I would now like to ask you, ma'am, some questions focused on student development and career growth and opportunities. Shall I?
Yes, yes, go on.
Okay. So, ma'am, could you start by telling us about your journey from a BBA student at DSPSR to your current professional experience?
So, well, I Like, I'll be very honest with you, when I got this college, I was just not, very not happy with, like, the outcome. But when I started, getting into the college, I got, like, I realized that it is like something I really needed. Like, I got so good stuff. I got some really great friends here. And then eventually, after, like, 3 years, I gave my first ever interview that was aligned from our college only. And from there, little did I know that I got my first ever, like, job, and I was working in Zomato. So it been like, 1 year since then. I'm still working in Zomato. So it has been such a great, coming from college to a corporate person. It has been such a great experience so far.
Thanks, Sam, for sharing your experience. Now, can I move to the second question?
Yeah, yeah.
What motivated you to pursue internships and opportunities in such diverse fields like HR, content editing, and customer handling?
To be very honest, I have very keen interest in social media. So that is something I'm very much, fascinated towards. So that is why I wanted to, like, go on with, like, social media and experience something. So for that, YouTube internship, I had my friend whose sister had like 500K followers, like subscriber, and for that I was working as, video editor. And it was like a crazy experience. I got to know, like, how does exactly, like, YouTube works, and how can you actually monetize that. And in HR, honestly, I have, I can see that every like person is different from another person, and I love how human works. So that is why HR was that place I really wanted to, give, and, just a try to see how it exactly works and how human work, and, like, their mind works. So that is why HR was there. Marketing, because I love social media, and then the same thing for YouTube too.
Thank you, ma'am. That's a very great point, and I appreciate your answer. Now, my next question for you is you worked with Zomato in customer service. What
Yes,
was
yes.
one of the most challenging situation you faced, and how did you handle it?
Well, I'll tell you honestly, what is the most complex, query one can handle is when I'll just give you one, like, a proper, like, a situation. There's this one customer who's like a proper Brahmin, and by mistake, they have received a non-veg and they have consumed it, thinking it was soya. So, like, think about in that matter of time how the customer must be facing, like, what must be they going on their mind, because apparently we are the one who has messed up a lot. So now it is our sole responsibility, because we are the meditator between, the Zomato and a customer, because we need to, sort this out. And I think nothing can actually, I like we have to just talk with the customer and, pacify the entire situation, because it differs from a person to person, and that is what happens, because it is like a very sensitive issue. But it depends on your, like, shoulders to, just have it in your way. And, like, every day we have to go through this, and then we have to, deal with it, and give that, pacify the customer and give them satisfaction that, yeah, we are here for you and we are working on that.
Yeah, that makes a very good sense. You have handled that situation very carefully, and I hope I can do the same in the future.
Thank
So, my next question is how did your experience at Zomato help you develop patience, adaptability, and problem solving skills?
Well, as I said, it is the same thing. Like, you have to deal with customer every day. And I think everyone knows every customer is different from one another. Like, every customer, some may be patient, some will be like, super frustrated, will be like, crying, and like frustrated, will be angry at you. So it depends. And you have to be very patient with them. You can't be like, you can't be having one solution for every customer. That is not something you can put on the plate for every customer. You have to, first analyze the customer, how the person is to whom you're talking to, and then accordingly you have to give, the solution. So that is how things work in corporate, not only with customer. That is how everything works in corporate.
Yeah, I appreciate your answer. Okay, so during your HR internship at Unschool, what did you learn about recruitment and people management that students should know?
Well, in HR, I think The only thing we need to learn about human is that once you are interviewing a person, they should first meet the criteria where you are looking for. Like there are should be like criteria. First, you need to know that what role you are looking for a person, and then like the person you are interviewing, is that even worth it? Like are they even like making a mark or like not? And if they are, then the are they giving like a valid answers to you or not, which are aligned with the role you are looking for? So that is something like should be looking upon. And like a person who's giving interview, I think they should be very particular about their answer, because I feel interviewer most of the time manipulate the question in so many ways that they want you to give the answer in different ways. Like they want you to like differentiate the answer, but I feel like the best thing you can do is be like stiff about that answer and just don't manipulate yourself.
That's a very thoughtful answer. So, you also managed interviews and hiring processes. How did you ensure fairness and professionalism at such an early stage of your career?
Well, I think everyone starts from somewhere. I started from while I was just 21, so I think it is like makes clear answer that one has to start from somewhere.
That's an interesting perspective. Okay, so as a YouTube content editor for a channel with more than 500K followers, as you have said, how did you balance creativity with deadlines and audience expectations?
Well, I had everything, figure it out, because while I was doing that internship, I was still in college. So I used to get, a lot of free time. And my creativity at that point was at peak. Like I was in that moment where I was just meeting my friends, hanging out, and every day my creativity was at peak, because like obviously when you enter corporate, you do everything, on like continuous loop. Like that is a schedule you have for every day. But while you are in still college, I feel like the creativity level which you can bring on the table is extreme, and that is where I was just not lacking. So it was like being at office, like at college, was the top most best thing which has happened to me while doing that internship.
How did the college help you doing your internship? Can you please elaborate a little?
Uh, well, exactly. So, it was not particularly from the college end, but I think the balance I had with college, like, the lectures and then the management, I had like very good amount of, balance in my life. I had balance for my personal life, my, internship, and then my college life. So the balance is something which made me, give creativity to that field, and I was able to explore so many things, not only internship, but so many things in different forte, like HR also, like marketing also. From college itself, that is where I started doing my internship.
Well, I really appreciate the efforts of DSPSR that has put in your career formation. Now, what skills did the digital content creation field give you that are also relevant in corporate life?
uh, I think creativity,
Mm,
management.
how?
Well,
Uh,
you need to be creative. Like I'll just give you an example of my same job. I said that every customer is different from another, so you can't be giving the same solution to everyone. So now it's on you. How can you pacify one customer and give them the same solution but in a different way, that they think, oh my god, this is something I was looking for. So you just need to be creative, and just need to use some good amount of words and manipulate. I think manipulation is the best thing you can do.
Thank you. I really like the way you explained that. Now, my next question is, in your opinion, how important is it for students to explore fields beyond their core area of study?
Can you tell me the same question again?
Yeah, sure. In your opinion, how important is it for students to explore fields beyond their core area of study?
Well, I think it is totally depends on a person. Like if I'm doing bachelor's in business administration, of course I have keen interest in business. But what about that I really want to go into some other field which is just not something relevant to business, because I have also done fashion designing. So that was somewhere I had interest. So that is what I'm telling you, that it depends on a person. They have to make up their mind that what exactly their heart needs. And if they are able to figure it out, then that is it for them. Some things are done for like professionalism, like you do it for like your resume and all, and something you do for your heart.
Thank you. That was very insightful. Many students hesitate to take internships in multiple domains. What would you say to them about cross-domain exposure?
I think a person, like while you are in college, I think you should take as many internships you can. It just brings the best out of you and gives you a little bit insight of corporate, if you like the corporate or not, because that is where you can get an idea if corporate is exactly for you or not. Because corporate is not everyone's cup of tea, that is for sure. Because you really need to like make up your mind. Grad, like fortunately in my company there's no notice period I have to serve, but in most of the companies they are. So a person needs to have like a clear you know information and like idea if they really want to get themselves into corporate or not.
That was very thoughtful. How did being part of the Rotary Club of DSPSR shape your leadership, teamwork, and social responsibility?
Well, I loved being a part of Rotaract Club. I am not even kidding, I used to love that. Like I met so many good friends from college, from Rotaract Club, and that is where I got to know that college is just not about making friends on like something like that, but there is so many more things like that. So you get to see a social side, like where we are actually working towards so many organization, and you don't get to see that on daily basis. You don't get to see that. So it is very nice experience. I'll suggest everyone to just go and look after that. Do join Rotaract Club. It is very nice.
Okay, sure, we will. Okay, so what is the one lesson you learned from Rotary that you still apply in your professional life today?
Empathy.
Oh, how can you please elaborate?
Well, I still remember it was like my first ever interview. ठीक है, और I went for like old age home. ठीक है, and that is where I saw that there's so many people, like old people, who are just not living with their family, who has been abandoned by their own family, but still they're so happy, and it makes you feel like your all your like all your problems are just so small in front of people like them. If you go to orphanage or like old age home, you get to see that everything is just not you are doing so much better than them, and then that just makes you feel like, okay, I got this. And that is where you get the sense of empathy to apply on your normal life too.
That's very helpful answer. Okay, so time management is always a challenge for students. How did you balance your academics, internships, and extracurricular activities? Can you please share them?
Yes.
Can you please share how did you balance your academics, internships, and extracurricular activities?
Well, I have been an all-rounder kid. Ever since I was a kid, I have been an all-rounder kid. So that is just not something I can be very good at, giving you an answer. Because, like, I was just like that ever since I was growing up. And even in college, I not only, finished my degree, I also did a a diploma in fashion designing. And moreover, I also did, like, couple of internship. So it was like a huge things because I wanted, like, I loved being occupied with things rather than being all lazy. I love being lazy, that is something I really love, but then again I love being super occupied with things.
Can you please also help us that how can we manage our time and balance our time for this?
Well, it honestly depends on you guys. Like if you are like if you really want to like go all out and not like, I think this is your time to actually outshine and get better, because you can do so many things, like get yourself enrolled in so many computer courses, because MySQL and Python are a must. Like they are a must at this point. Moreover, if you do more, like if you have a lot on your plate, that is when you get more opportunities. And if you're just lacking yourself and just not going out of your comfort zone, then when you'll actually have the time, that you want to like go out and give interview, then you will feel that I haven't done enough for myself. And that is more, that is more sad than a failure. I kid you not. You'll feel that what exactly did I do in college life? I didn't explore it yet. I didn't, consume it in a best way I could.
Yeah, exactly. That makes very sense. Thank you for sharing that. Now, my next question for you is, could you share a situation where your analytical thinking helped you solve a real life or work problem?
Every day.
Can you please give us an example?
Well, I give you this like, brief. I think like, every day I have to come up with, because in Zomato, I have also like, led so many different groups too. Like people also worked under me, so I had like this group of people which were working under me. So every day, one like I had given them an entire idea that this is what I need you guys to do, and this is our target based thing. Like I really need to do this. But then again, some people will be hitting off, like will be doing super great, and then some will not be, and that is where you have to think beyond for them people, and you need to have like a backup plan that if this doesn't work out for these people, then this should be the backup plan. And that is how it works. Like backup plan is very important. Anywhere a backup plan is necessary.
Thank you, ma'am. That was very insightful. Now, how important are communication skills in both HR and client-facing roles? Can you share practical tips for students that will help us in our future?
In like HR field,
Yeah, in HR field and client-facing roles both.
well, honestly, I think like you need to be super confident, like super. And as I said, you need to be very vocal about like what exactly you are looking for. Moreover, you have to like communication is like a top tier thing they are looking for. If you don't have communication skills, you don't have like like what do we call it, like confidence, your confidence is just not there, then I think you are not fit for that role. Because apparently all these things come from within. If you don't have it, then your personality comes from like comes to zero. No matter how good looking you look, how well dressed you are, it depends entirely on your confidence, your like the way you are talking, you the way you are presenting yourself, the confidence. And moreover, you need to be very vocal about things you need in life with them, with the company you are talking to, and in interview. And you need to be very stiff about the like answer you have given in an interview or anywhere. You just like, even if you're wrong, you need to like hold up to that answer, that yeah.
How can we improve our communication skills?
Well, it depends. Like if you are facing issue with English, then I'd suggest you to go on and like watch so many English movies. Try to like talk every day in English, because it happens, like it helps you a lot. English, I wouldn't give you this, that, go for like out and take English classes. That is something like, that is just not good. That is just waste of money. But I'll suggest you to like, work upon yourself. Try to, work on your grammatical errors, because I think most of the people still don't know that they can't use didn't with the past tense. So yeah, just work on your English, and a confidence should be there. Even if you are, just tutti frutti English bhi aa rahi hai, bolo. But like, have that aura while talking. Ki samne wala can't make a fun out of you. They know that you are struggling, but you still trying.
Thank you, ma'am, for sharing that. Do you think students should combine technical knowledge with management education to be more employable in the future?
Yeah, I think as many skills you have, that's so good, because you won't be lacking anywhere. As much as you can do for yourself, you'll be like getting better for yourself only, no matter what.
Yes, you're right. How can students showcase leadership qualities in small roles even before entering the corporate world?
Leadership starts from day one. Even in you college, like even if you are in college, not only in corporate. For example, is if a teacher is just telling you that, a professor is telling you that, I want you to take this project and, take the lead, then that is your, chance to be that leader, which will actually eventually help you out in, better role in life, in corporate. That is something which will absolutely help you in building you. So, start from the first stage. That is the college or like the school, because school has already been passed. Now it is the college. Take that, role, whatever, in road tract or anywhere. If someone is telling you to that, they want you to actually look after this thing, take that.
Do you think a student who has a low confidence or hesitate to speak in public can become a leader in future?
Well, I think, like, obviously a person who's just not, like, who has, like, so much confidence issue, they just need to work upon themselves, because I don't think, like, if a person is introvert or anything, they can't be like a good person with confidence. It is all within us. So we just need to, like, help us out. We have to, like, sit down one day and be like, this is not it. We need to get better.
Yes, you are right. Okay, so how do you personally define success? And has your definition changed after stepping into the corporate world?
Yes.
How do you personally define success? And has your definition changed after stepping into the corporate world?
Well, I think peace is the only answer. Like, if you are getting peace in your corporate life and your corporate is just not toxic, that is where you are winning. That is exactly where you're winning, because I think, like, no amount of, money can actually give you that sort of, you know, satisfaction the peace give you, the good, environment of a company gives you. So even if a person is leaving, college, I think you need to find some place which is giving you some good amount of, environment where you can actually work and don't think about other things. Because there's so many, toxic environment in corporate where it just makes you feel that, I don't want to work anymore. This is just not it.
Thank you, ma'am. That's a very helpful answer for me as well.
Thank
Okay,
you.
so what is one mistake you see fresh graduates often make when they join their first job?
They are overconfidence. They talk too much rather than working, and they always, like, they try to communicate a lot with people in, higher position. And once you are, getting out of the college, there's so many, like, you're not in that shape. Corporate and college try to, tend you, like, they try to make you in that shape that will fit you in the corporate world, but you are still learning. But they take a wrong turn and, initially try to, talk with supervisor and like all the, main person in the corporate. Sometimes it works for them if they have crazy communication skills, but sometimes they, mess up a lot by saying something so stupid, because you just came out of college. So you know how your mind works. That is still, in your teenage sort of year. So I think they shouldn't be like, super confident about so many things, and need to, like, observe the corporate world rather than just going all out.
Thank you, ma'am, for sharing that. Okay, so next question for you is, as someone who has explored both creative and corporate fields, how do you decide which opportunities to say yes to?
uh, as I said, it depends totally on the person only. Like, it depends. Like, if you are a person who loves to go, creative field, because I personally think like that. Like, if they are giving me less pay but a creative field, which I love, I'll choose the less paying company rather than, going for like a big paying company.
Thank you so much. Next question. In your experience, what is the biggest difference between theory learned in college and practical skills required in the workplace?
I think no amount of, knowledge, like a theory knowledge, can actually prepare you for the outside world, because theory is not something which is, like, it gives you so much knowledge about business, everything, because that is where we are learning. But the practical knowledge is something which actually gives you an insight that how things exactly works, because in theory you're just learning about them, But in practical theories, like, in practical, if you are facing those issues, then only you get to know how things exactly work. So both of them are very, important, and gives, different insight.
Can you share an example from this?
I'll give you an example. Like in business, we get to know that, how partnership works. Like there's this partner, this much they invest, vagera, vagera, okay? But when you actually, start a company, you get to know how many conflicts are there rather than just theory. In theory, have you ever heard like the person, like two partners are fighting over such a, small reasons? No, you just get to know that, this person is investing this much and the other person is just not investing that this much partner. You just get to know, like, little insight. But while you are in that, moment, you get to know how many challenges you are facing in that.
Yes, ma'am, that makes a very good point. From your point of view, how important is confidence compared to technical knowledge or grades when starting a career?
I think both is, because if you don't have confidence, then how can you imply, practical knowledge into something?
Yes, thank
See,
you
you
for the
you
answer.
already have your answer, because if you don't have, confidence, how can you actually imply that? There's no way you can imply that.
Yes, ma'am, you are right.
Yeah.
If a student feels stuck or unclear about their career path, what steps would you recommend they take?
Well, honestly, I'll recommend them to, take some time off for themselves. Take in, like, a month if they are not getting to figure it out what exactly they need. Because I think every person goes through this thing in, like, once in their lifetime, there where they feel so helpless that what am I exactly doing? Because I also feel the same way, that what am I even doing with my life? Like, is it the same, like, worth it thing which I'm doing? Like, should I be doing this? Then I think in that way you just need to have, like, a proper conversation with yourself. Is there where you want to see yourself or not? If the answer is no, then just, leave that place. That is just not something meant for you.
As you said that if you ever feel helpless, just take a break. So, do you really think that after taking a break, our mind will become more sharp again?
Yes, you give time to yourself, and your personality is your power. You are using that. That is why you are earning. So
Okay,
you just
ma'am,
need to,
I will really use it.
yeah, you just need to use that in a best way.
So, how do you personally keep yourself updated with new skills, tools, and industry trends?
If I talk about, trends and all, I'm a person, as I said, I'm obsessed with social media. So, like, whenever I get free time, I'm on social media, and that is where I get to know all the trends and all the new things which are coming, in the market, or, like, in terms of research or anything. So I just keep myself updated about all the good things I should be knowing about.
Thank you, ma'am. Your answers I was really grateful, and it will really help me in the future. Now I
Thank
will
you.
ask. Now I will. Now I will request Ankita, ma'am, to ask something if you want.
Yeah, yeah, of course.
Hi Anushka,
Hi, how are you, ma'am?
I'm good. And what about you?
I'm good too.
Nice to see you here.
Thank you so much. Thank you for bringing me back.
Okay. So, Anushka, I want to ask one question from you.
Yes.
So, finally, what message would you like to give to DSPSR students who dream of building a career as impactful as yours?
Well, honestly, I'll just tell them that, just go with the flow. Because even I know that, when I started off with, corporate, I was just not sure. Like, will I be actually be able to crack the interview or not? But little did I know that I went for like my first ever interview and I got the job. Like, I was in for like 4 rounds and I was there and I got the job. So, one thing which was there with me was my confidence, my communication skills, which really helped me a lot. So that is something I think, like, every person who are, willing to go to like corporate, one thing they should know that, how the corporate seems from, Instagram, or like, in the movies and all. It is just not like that. You need to know that, there's so many things which we need to know, that you will always see that the, management would be toxic. You'll feel someday that this is just not it for me, but then again, you have to keep on going. And again, then you have to be like super confident about yourself. And you shouldn't be, if a person is telling you that, something is wrong with you, you don't have to say that, yeah, it is wrong with me. No, you have nothing wrong. You just have to work upon yourself and be confident. That is something which I think has given me this opportunity. That is why where I am right now.
Okay. Thank you, Anishka. Thank you for guiding our students and as well as your juniors.
Thank you.
Okay. Okay. So, what was the biggest turning point during your time at DSPSR that shaped your career path?
Well, honestly, I'll be very honest with you. When I first got this college, I wasn't just like, super happy like every other person. I was like, big dilemma that should I really, like work upon this or not. But when I started, coming to college, my mother said that, just give it a try. It will work. And after like 3 years, it was worth it. I met so many good friends, like a good, like, people like you. And it was really great. And then like I actually honestly got everything I wanted. Like my best friend is from here only, and then all the professors, they have been great with me, and they shaped me a lot. Like whoever I am, I have like crazy good like confidence, and all my teachers know that from day one I have been like that, super talkative. So yeah.
One more question I have, Anushka. Many students fear rejection in placements.
Mhm.
So, how did you personally deals with rejections or failures, if any?
Well, I think failures are just part of life. And honestly, the more rejection you will get now, think about in that way that, the more rejection you are getting, the best job is waiting for you at the other side. And it is a fact, like I'm not even kidding about it. The more rejection you are facing right now, trust me, all the friends who has gotten the, interview assigned and they have gotten the job, and you haven't gotten it yet and you are still struggling to, get a job, trust me, after like, giving so many interviews, you'll be getting so many good job that your friend will be thinking, oh my god, like I should have waited so long as she has gotten, or like he has gotten this job after so long. So rejections are just part of life. You don't have to feel that, this is like, don't have to like, question yourself that am I not worthy? What was wrong in me that I didn't get this opportunity? Maybe good things are working there for you.
Okay. So, can you please tell me your one habit that you develop in college and that still help you in your personal or as well as your professional life?
Well, I talk a lot, which has given me the job, which has given me the, my friends. So I think that is very consistent. And I don't think I'll be, ever be changing that. I talk a lot.
Okay. Thank you, Anushka. Thank you for sharing your thoughts with us and joining our session. Thanks a
Thank
lot.
you so much.
Now, I would like to hand over the session to Miss Siddhi. Thank you, Anushka.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Anushka ma'am, for sharing such valuable insights with us today. And thank you everyone for being such an engaging audience. We hope you all find today's session insightful and that you will be able to apply these learnings in the future. Now, I would like to hand over to Ms. Akshita. Thank you.
You have not opened the session for the audience to ask questions.
Now open for all.
Anushka,
Yes.
I was seeing on your back there was
Yes. Yes. This is from DSSR only, if you can figure it out.
yeah, I could see that. So you have proudly kept it
Yes.
behind two
Yes.
informations in
Yes. Yes.
particular.
Yes.
So what is written exactly in the third one is not clear as to.
Okay. It says graduation is just the beginning. The adventure starts now.
Oh, great.
Yes.
And you have been in the adventure
Yes. It
for
was
a
given to
very
me
long.
on my, farewell day only.
Very good.
Just kept it just like that. We'll be seeing it every day.
Uh,
And yeah,
so farewell people team did the good job, huh?
they did. They did.
That's very nice. That's very nice. That's a good custom of freshers welcome and farewell, which connects people, and the kind of thing that they have given is like for lifetime for you.
Yes, yes.
That's great. So, as a mentor, you are also required to mentor at least
Okay.
one of the junior batch students. Right now, we have BBA, BCom honors, as well as BCA.
Oh, while I was there, it was just BCom and BBA.
So now we have BCA also that has been added. So which program student you would like to mentor? That is the first question. And what qualities you would like to see in the person whom you would like to mentor?
Well, I think I'll go with BBA student only because that is where I did my, college degree. And I think I just need a person who's super confident about themselves and then feel like, someone else is pointing out on them. They'll be like, they don't care because something is wrong with the other person only, not with them.
Any more qualities that you want to see in your mentee?
What else could it be? I think that is more than enough for me. I'm a very, simple person.
That's good. That's really good. Okay. Any technical skills based on your experience in the industry now for about a year?
Yes, Excel is very important.
Okay.
Yeah, Excel is everywhere. Like you have to be like, more than good in that. And moreover, like I have Python and like SQL. So I think that just, brings out more in that field.
Okay. So Excel, Python, and
And
SQL.
MySQL.
MySQL.
Yeah.
Okay. These are the three things which are required mostly
Mhm.
by you or in your kind of a
Yes,
profile.
yes.
Okay. Should a person go for a job immediately after graduation and then look for PG or look for something else?
Yes. Because they need to have like a security that they have gotten the job, and that is where they are starting, like will be starting. And after that only, like once you get all the clarity that that I have secured the job, that is when they can start looking for PGs, because that comes secondary. One thing is you need to have the job first.
There is one question from Dr. Mukta Katyal, madam. So, can you please unmute yourself, Dr. Mukta, and put your video on and ask the question straight away instead of me asking the question or the moderator asking the question? Are you able to unmute, Dr. Mukta?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Hmm.
Anushka, one question. As you are an alumni of our
Yes,
DSPSR,
yes.
so when you look back, so one skill or habit do you wish you had developed during your college years?
Well, as I said, I only did, Python and MySQL in my college year and my school year. I haven't, done Excel yet. So that is one thing I am learning right now. So I think I should have done that back in college days only. Would have, just made things so much
But
easier for me.
I hope at that time also we did some add-on course related to
Yeah, it was
advanced
there. It
Excel.
was there. It
Yeah,
was there. But,
yeah.
like I know the basic, but I really need to learn the complex one.
Okay, okay. And anything else in that or advanced skills related to nowadays, what type of a requirement
Well,
they require in the corporate world?
AI is taking over a lot. So anything which is, related to AI, like there's so many programs which are based with AI tools and all that. If I had like, that opportunity to do that time, I would have loved to do that. Because at this point, while I have, joined corporate, we are not able to get the time to, look into that AI tools and work with them. But back in college, if I knew that, AI would take so much time and, so much from the person, then of course, that would be first thing I'll be enrolling myself into.
So, what type of a AI technique they are using in your field, like in Zomato or something in that?
Well, not technically in my field, because my thing is, depends entirely on my work, which I do with, like my login hours, and then on my system. It doesn't include any, technical terms. But then again, if I have to, like, go for like movement or something, I was given a chance like for legal team. But then again, if I have to go for like, technical places, like if you say WFM or like any technical teams, operations, and all that, for that things I need to know more about technical things, like AI tools, Excel. So that is where I want ki I should have done it back in college. And that is a correct time for students who are right now studying, that they can start at early place.
Yes, yes, truly said. So, is there any, मतलब आपके AI में अभी कुछ है जो आपका Zomato कुछ run कर रहा हो related to the AI techniques?
No, they are running of their own. They work upon building new softwares every day, and which are very interesting. Like, I kid you not, there are
Like
so
what?
many. Like, the one which I'm working upon, it is not Zomato, it is Nugget. The name of that software is Nugget. So that is entirely been constructed from our team, like from Zomato. And it's crazy how it works. Like, I won't be able to, like, tell you the entire procedure about that, but yeah.
But a little bit about that nugget. What is basically
Nugget,
about that?
makes you entirely, like, it gives you an insight of the customer, like gives you an full on information about the customer history with Zomato, when they started, what is, like, how they are with us, and how many times they have taken the refund, and moreover, what type of actions we can take. So there's like a full on technical tool which gives us a full on blown answer about how to solve this query, and like how to give like an solution. And even on that matter, I'll tell you one good thing. If I'm talking to a person, like on call, if a customer I'm talking to, and it's like a 10 minutes straight up call, and another person needs to know what we exactly spoke on that call, so they don't have to like go to that entire call and listen to that. They'll just tap on that call and they'll get an entire summary of that call, that what exactly me and that customer spoke. So
Okay,
that is
okay,
something I
okay,
really love about that. You
okay.
don't have to waste like your 10 minutes on that call. Rather than you can just tap on that one thing, and we'll get like a brief intro, like a brief description, like what exactly went on that call.
Okay, okay, okay. That's good. So
Yes,
something new to learn. Yeah.
yes.
Yeah. So anything else? Anybody else having any question?
Anushka, what is your current role in Zomato?
Well, I am currently in email team as an associate.
What does the team do?
So, well, most of the time I'll suggest you, if you order something from Zomato, do you like see that you get a bill like after that order has been delivered to you? That bill is given to you. Moreover, you see all the like sort of promotion, like a meme sort of things which you get on your mails. That is us. Moreover, if you have any query, we you just come on the chat, and then we are not able to assist you at that chat, and we give you that just go on the order at the rate Zomato. So from there we'll be sorting this out for you. So you write a mail to order at the rate Zomato, and after that, once you get the like once you type a entire mail to us, that order at the rate Zomato, this was a concern, this is my order ID, we are the one who give you like a mail back regarding your experience, like whatever the solution we can give about your situation, we are here. So we give a lot of things, like there's so many part we do in the
I
mail team.
thought I thought these back office operations Zomato would have outsourced to someone.
Yes.
I thought these back office operations.
No. It was back, like earlier, while I was just started off a year ago. There was like third party app which was taking care of it, like the chat support which was taken entirely from the third party app. But gradually they have ended the third party app, and it's entirely in house now.
Okay, so that would be a large operation, I guess,
Yes.
because the volumes you people are handling.
A lot.
10 lakhs.
A lot.
So how many people are working in your back office operation?
Well, in my mail team, it's like 60 people.
60 people round the clock.
Yes,
Maybe
and yes.
5:45 to 5:45 to 11.
No, the like timings are like, very much good. Like I'll tell you honestly, there's the timings are first, it is morning shift, then there's 1 to 11 shift also.
Okay, so peak hours they ramp up
Yes.
different way. Okay, okay. And how did you get into Zomato?
Well, I got it from college itself.
Acha, they came to campus.
Yes. Like a person, they knew, like, I don't know honestly how, but it was from college placement. A college, like a person who was like, studied before us, was working in a company, and from there they got to know that the Zomato is hiring, and they came in our college, and they, like, interviewed us, and they interviewed a lot of people, and from there just like 9 people were selected from that person, and then that 9 people, no, that 5 people were selected from, like, 120 people, I think. And then 5 people we were given, like, we were gone to, like, the main office of Zomato, which is the Pioneer Square, and then we had like this interview, and from there only two of us, like one person else, she's also working in Zomato, only two of us got selected.
Okay. And they come everywhere to the campus?
I don't know, because they hire a lot, like in, in Amity and like OP Jindal sort of, colleges, you'll be seeing them every time. But yeah, in like Zomato, like in IP, like, in our college, they came last year. So I think this year also they must be coming, because they are hiring. They hire a lot of people for
So,
CD
so
department.
it's expected that you influence them because you will be knowing the team which came into the campus last year.
Mm-hmm.
So it is a natural expectation that you can influence the same team to
Yeah,
come
yeah.
again this year.
Yeah,
And
well,
take
in that case, like if you still guys really want to, like, who's in like, third year or like something, want to get into that, do let me know, because I can also make that happen.
I'm letting you know we would want to go to
Yeah,
Zomato.
yeah.
So just
Yeah.
influence them to come here whenever the campus time is there, or maybe before that.
Mm-hmm.
The best model which works in the industry in other colleges, as I've seen, is that let us say student passes his course, let's say in the month of April, and Zomato comes in the month of December.
Mm-hmm.
One, they get the best students because uh, still there are 3-4 more months to go. Then they absorb those students from January, and students, by the time it is April, they are already ingrained into their system, the selected ones.
Mm-hmm.
And then colleges give them sabbaticals, okay, or leave of professional development or something like that. And students get salaries for 3 months. And once their exams are over, then they are full time there with Zomato. So you can suggest that kind of model to Zomato if that works out.
Well, in Zomato, I'll tell you, a lot of my friends, like fellow employees, they are still working in, like they are still taking exams, still working in, like, studying in college, and they are working in Zomato. Like, they just go to give their exams and then start with their, college, and they get full amount of, the like salary which a normal person, an employee is getting in Zomato.
Hmm.
So Zomato does give you time to, get you, like if you have exams and all that, they actually give you some really quite benefits on that.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think Zomato is a very unique model, a very different one. You order something and you get it in 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Imagine
Not
it.
10 minutes, but yeah.
No, I have got it always in 10 minutes, but
Yeah.
unimaginable.
Yeah, so
And
it's like a very crazy experience for us too.
and they also let you know that this thing is not in the store, so they send you a reminder when it comes. And they have options. Now they have branched off away from vegetables and groceries to other things.
Yeah. There's so
One day,
many things like they have just launched like Bistro, which they like I have tried it and the food is amazing. The food is really amazing. Like you guys need to, experience that too.
one day I broke my belt. Men wear belt, right? With
Mm.
shirt, trousers, and belt. And I had to go for an important meeting. So I had no option. So I ordered Zomato. In 10 minutes, belt came in, and then I went for the meeting.
That is what I'm telling you, that it is like a time savior and like a life savior.
Yeah. I think the Zomato team is really very hardworking and very meticulous
Yeah, yeah.
because I have not found errors in their services. Whatever you order, you get it in
Mhm.
the bag. Then they have done something new where in bag they have make it an entertainment thing. You have questions, quizzes, puzzles in the brown bag.
Yeah.
Right. So it means that marketing team is also working. So all the best to you.
Thank you so much.
Anyone else having any question?
Any message that you want to give, Anushka, to BBA students or other students?
Well, enjoy college life till it, last. It's the best year you can get. And I think
Very important.
yeah, it's very important to explore all the, options you have while you are still learning and seeing what, college can give it to you. And take as many internships as you can.
I always says to our student कि मस्ती भी होनी चाहिए बट हैम्पर नहीं होना चाहिए स्टडीज को लेके.
Exactly.
मतलब कि नहीं तो मेमोरीज आप क्या करोगे ना कि मैंने कॉलेज में क्या किया था.
Why like enjoy it to the fullest, but also work upon yourself.
Yes.
क्योंकि corporate एकदम से आ जाता है. College खत्म हुआ एकदम से. Like I just ended my मेरा last college का day था like exam का, and after like 10 days I had corporate की पहली दिन की opening. So I was joining. मेरा जून में खत्म हुए थे 20th को एग्जाम. मेरा जुलाई 1st से ऑफिस था. So I always had like a backup plan ready कि कुछ नहीं हुआ तो कुछ तो होना चाहिए.
Yeah, that's the best thing to do actually. I
Yes.
don't subscribe to what Dhyan said, that while doing a full-time course, you should do a full-time job. Internship is fine, that you can do internship, and that could be, equivalent to that, but internship is internship.
Exactly.
And you are also promoting that. Dhyan, she is also Rotaract Club of DSP
Yeah, I was.
person, and gone to old age homes and all that she was talking about. I don't know you could hear that or not. And on the back she has that what she got on the
Yeah.
last farewell day,
Yes.
the experience and all that. It is mentioned there. Three different plates are there. So I don't know you noticed that or not. So holistic development of students, she is an example of that, that she was doing everything which was available in the college to be done, and that is how she is what she is now. So great, Anushka. Nice to have you in
Thank you so
this
much.
forum.
See, what I shared was with what is some of the colleges are doing.
That is
Not,
not technically correct, actually, Dhyan. So
not
tomorrow
that,
their degree can be forfeited and
Hmm.
technically withdrawn if they are found doing that. So let us not promote anything which is not technically correct. We should do only what is technically correct. I have seen instances even in University of Delhi where the degrees have been withdrawn if they have not followed the rules to get those degrees of full-time commitment for the full-time program.
Yeah.
So we should be very careful about those aspects. So good, great, Anushka, to have you
Thank you so much.
inspiring the students
Thank
by
you.
wonderful ideas and the kind of extrovertedness that you have displayed
Yeah.
during this. And it is important for students to express what they know and what they want to be, and so that other people can also